Nigella's come to the Imperial War Museum in London.
His application.
Curator of the Holocaust exhibition, Suzanne Barget, has found some documents about Felix.
Application for registration in the Officers' Emergency Reserve in His Majesty's Land Forces.
Yes.
And then, when they ask for any other information, he says he has a thorough knowledge of staff administration in the bakeries, kitchens and restaurants of J. Lyons and Co. Limited, thorough practical and technical knowledge of catering factory management and control, knowledge in the purchasing of commodities.
So he signed up?
So he signed up, that's right.
At the outbreak of World War II, Felix became an officer at Aldershot, where the Army School of Catering was based.
So he was in the catering corps. Do you have anything you can show me to say whether, he was part of the force that was at Belsen?
Well, we've got here your grandfather's service records, which we can look at. On the 1st of July 1944, he embarks with 2nd Army at Southampton as a catering advisor. So obviously supporting the troops that went over on D-Day and fought up through northwest Europe. Then he returns to the UK, but then goes back again to northwest Europe on the 14th of January 1945 and stays there through until the 5th of June 1945. Well, Belsen was liberated on the 15th of April 1945, so certainly the dates fit.
Yes. It's strange, really, isn't it, to see it on that bit of paper. It's like it fits the puzzle and it's the missing time.
If there is this family memory that he saw a concentration camp, it's very likely was Belsen. And as he was fairly senior within the catering corps, it's very likely that his advice was sought on how to improve the supply of food to Belsen. And certainly that was a crucial thing for the army at that stage.
Quite a thing to come out of the kitchens of, a Lyons tea room and go into Belsen.
Nigella, if you'd like to have a seat here, we've got some documents out of the archive for you to have a look at, and they're all accounts by people who went to Belsen. You might find it interesting just to read what the impressions of those people were.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Suzanne. This vicar's writing about Belsen, saying, he felt that he ought to write this partly because something seemed to tell me that many may say it's a flight of my imagination. This camp has dealt in one commodity in a very large way. That commodity is death. Well, it's awful. It's about the organisation, and especially of food. To organise and run camps was no mean task. Feeding was a big difficulty because the shortage of staff made it more than difficult to ensure that everyone was found and fed. Many of the inmates would wander away from the huts and then be too weak to return, with the result that it was quite impossible to know if everyone had been found and fed. It's awful in a way to think of going through that and then somehow be so convulsed by its awfulness not to be able to talk about it ever again. That was a tremendous thing to go through a whole life.